You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
They're going to be ready. They're going to have some revenge in their minds.
We are definitely in our peak performance right now.
We've been battle tested, and we've been in close games, and the kids understand how to win.
You lose, you're done. You win, you can keep on going. I can tell from this week of practice that the guys are ready to go, and they don't want to lose yet. That's not going to happen.
Would he be right? That is the question, as pushing perfection into the postseason was indeed the goal for the Carroll Chargers. Opening night for sectional playoffs here in the state of Indiana. Carroll, just one of 16 teams in the state who went undefeated during the regular season. The only team to do it right here in Northeast Indiana. Now, would that streak continue with sectional play? Joe Whalen has more on the first step towards Lucas Oil Stadium. Joe.
Hey, Glenn, believe it or not, that's not the only streak on the line tonight. Warsaw has yet to lose at home this season. Carroll head coach Doug Dinan said earlier this week he doesn't think there's much to be learned from losing. He hasn't had to put his theory to the test yet. The Chargers 9-0, seeking a fourth straight trip to a sectional championship game. Tonight, a rematch of last year's 6A sectional final. That a match that Carroll won handily 42-7, and the Chargers started off in similar fashion tonight. Opening drive for Carroll. Aiden Smith moving the pocket, moving the chains. Finds Hayden Newland, who finds a nice spot right in your living room. Those two hooking up quite a bit tonight. A few plays later, Smith caps the drive himself, and the Chargers up early 7-zip. Warsaw, meanwhile, just couldn't ever really get the offense going. Jake Mangus, all kinds of time, looking long. There's Blake Schumacher. Tigers stopped again. Meanwhile, we move ahead to the second quarter. Chargers on the move again. Alex Enzavino, what a night for this guy. Everybody getting a ride on this carry. Keeps the feet moving, drags the pile into the red zone. 245 yards on the ground for the junior, and he gets rewarded at the end. Caps another long drive. 14-3, Chargers in the driver's seat, and just before the half, Carroll looking for a little more. Smith rolls out, passes tipped, but Eric Lauer, special. That would lead to a field goal. All Carroll at the half, 17-3. More of the same after the break. You saw Blake Schumacher intercept the pass. Now watch him on special teams. Even better, takes the punt, and he is gone. This one goes 50-plus for 6. Chargers up 38-3 at that point, and the defense would shut the door with a safety. Carroll is going back to the sectional finals. They roll 40-3.
I'd say this is one of the first games that we played a full all-around game, all phases of the game really well. We just kept our tempo up. We wore them out, and that's what our conditioning has been doing this whole season.
Very pleased, 40-3, in a sectional game, is a very dominant win. Our objective always is to be playing the best football we can at the start of the tournament, week 10, and I feel that right now we're there.
Carroll remains perfect, now 10-0 on the year. Warsaw season ends with a 500 mark and 5-5. Glenn, we know there's still a long way to go. 4 more games just to get to Lucas Oil Stadium, but if the Chargers put together 4 like this, there's a good chance they're getting there.
And we show a lot of the highlights of the offense, but the defense for Carroll's been fantastic this season. They were again tonight. They also happened to hold a Homestead team, earlier this month to just 6 points in a game. We call that foreshadowing in the business because who will Carroll get in the 6A sectional championship game next week? We're talking Homestead or Northrup. First quarter action landed Darnell. Homestead got an onside kick to set this up. 6-yard touchdown run, 7-zip. Northrup had the ball, and you know what? It's going to be trick-or-treat time next Friday night, but the trickeration was this evening. How about it? Garrett Shenley to Mike Snyder to Allen Wright. That's a 31-yard pitch and catch. It's tied at 7-all. But you know what? Chad Zolman's team, they would get that offensive machine rolling. Logan Ormsby to Ben Skowronek. He cuts it upfield. Ormsby had 3 touchdown passes. Skowronek, 5 receptions, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns, including that 21-yarder. It's 14-7. The combo hooks up again right here. Skowronek would get down to the 2 to lead to a Darnell touchdown, and Homestead rolls 56-21 to set up a big showdown with their rival Carroll next week at Dean Gorsuch Field. Class 5A has a bye this week, so we skip to 4A. Big game in sectional 19. Joiner at 9th-ranked Northridge. It's Northridge putting it on early. Travis Schlebach with a 15-yard gain. And the Raiders were moving the football and doing it on the ground early. Cam Riddenauer. We're talking a 10-yard touchdown here And Dwenger is shut out at Northridge 21-0, so a year after making it to the 4A state championship game, their season ends on the first night of sectional play. All right, so who is Northridge going to play next week? DeKalb at East Noble. It's 14-7 East Noble in the second quarter when we pick it up, and Bryce Wolf to Jake Torrey. They pick up a first down, do those Knights, and then you're going to see Wolf go to the air again. Interesting fact, Wolf actually one of the Wolf triplets. Yeah, he's got a little talent there in the family. That was Dylan Hundley with the first down, but the drive would stall. DeKalb's Denton Gamble, you're going to see him bounce up the middle here to pick up a first down, but not much going on for the Barons right there as East Noble goes on to win 48-22, so it's East Noble and Northridge next week. Other half of the sectional 19 bracket, Leo at Wawasee. The Lions beat the Warriors 35-7 last year in sectional play. First quarter, Leo's Craig Kloffenstein intercepted by Sam Clark. Clark with a big return inside the 20 to set things up for Wawasee's offense. Ensuing drive, Gage Reinhardt over the middle to Clayton Cook. He's going to play his college ball down in Muncie at Ball State. About 6'3", big target there for Pete Lembo. 7-zip Warriors. Second quarter now 7-3 Wawasee. With the bad snap on the punt, Clayton Cook would be down inside the 10, and Leo would capitalize. You know, a good coach team from Jared Souter always does. Craig Kloffenstein keeps it for a 4-yard touchdown, and Leo goes on to beat Wawasee by a final of 20-16. The Lions still alive. So who is Leo going to get next week? How about Northwood or Angola? The Hornets hosting the Panthers, and Northwood's offense making a statement on Angola's first possession. I should say Northwood's defense. That was Jake Roddy's pass picked off by Tanner Cleveland, and it's the Cleveland show. He returns it all the way back to the 12. A couple plays later, Dominic Miranda. Reading them the Miranda rights. It's a short touchdown. Panthers lead 7-zip early. Angola struggling to find the offensive groove. Roddy tried to make something of it, but taken down for a sack. Teams trade possessions until 6.6 seconds left before half. Trey Belinsky heaving it downfield. Bailey Gessinger hauls it in, and it's a 61-yard touchdown. You can hear the clock expiring in the background. Northwood beats Angola 48-6. 4A sectional 20, Columbia City at Southside. We pick it up in the second quarter. Columbia City already up 12-zip. Trevor Bolt, what a season he's having, finds Drew Odell, the sure-handed receiver, a 16-yard completion. Next play, Braden Meyer rumbles 16 yards, gets it inside the 10. Roosevelt Northley not liking that. He wouldn't like this. Trevor Bolt keeps it. The QB gets into the end zone. 19-zip Eagles with a little bit over a minute left in the half. But Columbia City wasn't done. It's Bolt to Dane Asplund. Got a heck of a receiving core at Columbia City, and Columbia City rolls Southside by a final of 39-0, so the Eagles are moving on. Over in Logansport, New Haven looking to pick off the Berries. It's a surprise onside kick early on, but the Berries would get it and then be stopped by that New Haven defense. That's Tremont Jackson with the tackle for loss. Berries with a 3-and-out to start the game. And then, New Haven just took over on the ground. It's Jackson with the touchdown there, 7-zip New Haven. And if you haven't seen enough of Mr. Jackson, you're going to see him again. Watch him scoop to the outside here for the touchdown. 14-zip New Haven at that point, and it's New Haven all over the Berries, 38-14. So it's going to be Columbia City and New Haven squaring off next week in 4A play. Other half of the 4A sectional 20 bracket, Norwell at Frankfort. Pearson Harnish. Big game for the senior. He runs for 116 yards, couple of touchdowns. The Knights win 35-14. Jay County at Marion. The Patriots see their season come to an end as it's Marion 38, Jay County 20. So it will be Norwell and Marion next week down at the Courtyard in Ossian. Well, that wraps up things for the bigger schools in the area, but when we come back, it's a full slate of smaller school showdowns. In 3A, it's one you don't want to miss, an SAC rematch. Bishop Lures traveling to Concordia, trying to avenge last year's playoff loss to the Cadets. 2A Woodland traveling to Turtletown to battle Busco. And in Class A, we're talking a county clash. South Adams at Adams Central, plus trips to West Noble, Belmont, Eastside, and Bremen. All coming up next in The Zone.
Words here at Busco. Gentlemen from our highlight zone. Go Eagles!